What's your I came looking for copper but found gold moment? I was 26, living in a cramped studio apartment and barely making rent as a freelance graphic designer. My biggest client had just dropped me, and I was desperately scrolling through online job boards at 2 a.m. That's when I saw it. Dog walker needed, $15 an hour, flexible schedule. Not exactly my dream job, but it would help keep the lights on while I looked for more design work. I almost didn't apply. The thought of picking up dog poop while my design degree collected dust felt like admitting defeat. But desperation is a powerful motivator, so I sent a quick email and crashed into a restless sleep. The next morning, I got a reply from someone named Eleanor asking if I could come interview that afternoon. Her place was in one of those historic brownstones in the nice part of town, the kind I'd walk by and imagine living in someday. I felt underdressed in my only clean jeans and button-up as I rang the doorbell. "You must be Marcus," said the elderly woman who answered. Her silver hair was pulled back in a neat bun, and despite her age, her eyes sparkled with alertness. "Come in, dear. Barnaby is excited to meet you." Barnaby turned out to be the fluffiest golden retriever I'd ever seen. He immediately flopped over for a belly rub, which I happily provided. "He likes you," Eleanor smiled. "That's a good sign." As she made us tea, I noticed the paintings on her walls. Gorgeous landscapes and city scenes that somehow felt both classic and modern. "These are beautiful," I said, genuinely impressed. "Are they local artists?" Eleanor laughed. "You could say that. They're mine." I nearly choked on my tea. "Yours? They're incredible." "Oh, thank you, dear. I was a commercial artist for 40 years before retiring. Now I just paint for pleasure." My heart skipped. "I'm actually a graphic designer, or trying to be anyway." Eleanor's eyes lit up. "Are you? Do you have any samples?" Suddenly self-conscious, I pulled up my portfolio on my phone. Eleanor put on her reading glasses and studied each design carefully, asking thoughtful questions about my process and influences. "You have real talent," she said finally, "but something's missing in these recent pieces. There's technique, but no heart." I should have been offended, but she was right. My recent work had been soulless, designs I thought clients wanted rather than what I felt passionate about. "The dog walking job is yours if you want it," she continued, "but I have another proposition. My arthritis makes it difficult to teach my community art class at the senior center. Would you consider taking over? It pays better than dog walking." I blinked in surprise. "But I'm not a teacher or a traditional artist. Neither was I when I started," she shrugged. "You learn by doing." Against my better judgment, I agreed. That first class was terrifying. 15 seniors staring expectantly at me. But when I started talking about color theory and composition, something clicked. They asked questions that made me think about design in ways I never had before. Over the next 6 months, Eleanor became my mentor. She introduced me to her old industry contacts, critiqued my work honestly, and pushed me to find my voice. I still walked Barnaby 3 times a week, not for the money anymore, but because those walks were when Eleanor and I had our best conversations. My portfolio transformed. So did my client list, as Eleanor's connections hired me for work that actually excited me. Last week, I signed the lease on a proper studio space. As I was packing up my apartment, I found that original job listing I'd printed out. Dog walker needed, $15 per hour.